What's up everybody, it's CJ and I'm back with another Sims 4 speed build, and today I'm going to be building a playground. So if you didn't know, we got a new expansion pack recently in The Sims 4. It's called Adventure Awaits, and usually whenever there's a new pack, I try to do at least one build video with it so I can kind of see all the new objects and stuff like that and just kind of play around with everything. And I noticed that I have not done a video with the new pack, which is crazy. I did do a live stream, so if you do want to see me stream the pack, I'll leave a link to my second channel down below. If you don't know, I have a second channel. I just post my Twitch streams over there. I did at least play with the pack. I haven't done everything, obviously, but I definitely have not built anything for a video. So that's what we're doing today. Now, one of the cool things is that we have these modular playground pieces. So as you can see, I'm kind of like slotting all these pieces together to kind of make a custom playground, which is something that we've never had the ability to do before in The Sims. We've gotten playground equipment like seesaw, slides, and stuff, but we've never had the ability to slot everything together like this. Like, this is a first for The Sims, which I think is so cool. Maybe in the future they can give us some more pieces, because I would love to have like even more things to play around with, but this to me is really cool. And it also is really cool too because in the base game we now have an update where we have the playground lot type, which is really cool because it allows toddlers and kids to spawn on a lot. So like, I don't know about y'all, but I feel like my toddlers just never have friends in The Sims. Like, even in The Sims 3, they just don't have friends. Like, if it's not a family member or a parent or a sibling or something like that, they don't have friends, you know? They just know the people in their house. So, in The Sims 4, you could kind of get around it if you had the toddler stuff pack, if you have a play date or something, but I never did that really. So this just makes it a lot easier because now you just have toddlers and kids spawn to the lot, and it's just easier to have them make friends, you know? And if you use that in conjunction with the lot that I'm building, there you go. You have like, not only do you have a lot where they can make friends, but you have a lot where they can play. So kind of nice, right? So my intention for this is to have the entire playground circle around the lot, and then I want it like stuff in the middle. Maybe in the future I'll build one of these but on a bigger scale, but for today I wanted something kind of small just so I could see if it's possible, and it is possible, y'all. Not only that, everything is functional, and that to me is like the best thing because I struggled with placing some of this stuff down. It may not look like it because the footage is sped up, but y'all, I was struggling because for some reason the game does not like when you put certain pieces on the edge of a lot. For example, if you see this piece right here, it has like that little like spinny fence piece. The game doesn't really like when you put those on the edge of a lot because it thinks that it's out of bounds. I think it's because like Sims can lean over on it. Yeah, so like you'll see that if you look close, you'll see that some of the playground pieces don't have a fence or like a railing. I do go back and fix it. If you use move objects, you can put one down and you can slot it back, but you just have to kind of be careful because the game just doesn't like it. And even when you try to like move like some of the pieces, sometimes you'll find that the whole entire thing will move along with you because it's modular. So it's kind of annoying. But if you're patient and you just work with it, it should work like you want it to. So yeah, I'm kind of glad that I did this idea on a smaller scale versus a big scale, because if this was a big lot, y'all, I probably would have crashed out. I'm not gonna lie, because like I had to keep pausing my recording just to like fix everything and like fiddle with it, and stuff kept moving. I would delete one thing and then everything gets deleted, and it was a lot. If we didn't have the undo button, I would be going crazy right about now. But in the end, y'all, everything works and everything is functional, and I'm super happy about it. Since this is me kind of just playing around with Adventure Awaits, this lot only uses base game and Adventure Awaits, so you don't really need any other packs or anything like that, just Adventure Awaits and the base game. I did make sure to like include a lot of other playground objects in the center of the lot. One thing too that I'm not really sure about is like, okay, so if you have growing together, there's like a treehouse object, and you can actually slot some objects on top of it, like when you build it. I don't think these playground pieces work quite like that. Originally, what I was going to do is I was going to like, you know, like put some blarfies up here, maybe like a telescope, like just other things they could do if they climb up here, they can just kind of play. I don't know if it works. Like maybe if, you know, you raise it up, you know, with move objects and stuff like that. I didn't want to risk putting it and it not work, but I don't think it works like that. Correct me if I'm wrong in the comments, but I don't think you can like slot objects on top of this object, you know, which is a bummer because I had a lot of ideas, but it's not the end of the world, you know. I'd imagine that maybe if you do like raise everything up with move objects, maybe some things your Sims can play with, maybe like a blarfy or something, but I don't really know what the perimeters are of this because I need to play a little bit more with the pack just to kind of see. But that's something that I noticed, and I'm kind of like a little annoyed by it, but it's not the end of the world, you know. And this part right here, y'all, took me the longest to do. As you can see, I had to like keep pausing the recording. It's so finicky. The game does not like when you put these pieces on the edge of the lot. It doesn't like it. which I understand, but like it's just so and then especially like when you're trying to place it and it keeps rotating, I hate it. But everything works. Everything is functional, and I'm really happy with it. I'm really happy too with landscaping, like y'all, because at first when I was like building everything, I'm like, okay, CJ, this looks cool, but how are we gonna landscape it? And I knew that I wanted to have a couple of trees in the middle, like, you know, just to kind of make it look better. But like, y'all, I did not know what I was gonna do with the landscaping, but you know, I'm glad we have move objects because I was able to put like a lot of shrubs and some flowers and stuff like that. I think I used a couple hydrangeas because I was really struggling at first to kind of figure out how to like do this because I didn't really want this to be like a fall build. I just wanted this to kind of be like a normal everyday build, you know? So I was like, how can I do this? But terrain paint really helped. And landscaping really helped. And also I was able to use some of those butterflies. So if you don't know, we have these like little effect objects. So there's like mosquitoes, there's dragonflies. They're supposed to be used for like ponds and stuff, but we also have some butterfly objects now with the new pack. So I put some of those butterflies down. Now I'm a little bit disappointed because I don't think your Sims can catch those butterflies. I think they're just for effect, which is kind of annoying because if you didn't know, with the new Adventure Awaits pack, your Sims can catch butterflies. They can also raise them, and I think you can release them if you want, but you can't do that, I don't think, outside of Gibby Point, which is a new world that came with the pack. So like it's kind of annoying because like in The Sims 3 you could place down spawners and just have like butterflies anywhere you want it, you know, in any world, as long as you had a spawner for it. But this one will just spawn butterflies, but you can't catch them, so that's a little annoying. But maybe if you place this slot in Gibby Point, maybe you could just kind of like, you know, catch some butterflies there, you know. But that is something I wanted to point out. So if you do see butterflies, you're like, CJ, why can't I catch them? Yeah, the game is the game, basically. And by the way, I did build this lot in Newcrest, and it's on is it a 20 by 15? I think it's a 20 by 15 lot. So the lot is really, really small. So hopefully you can fit this where you need to fit it, you know, if you play on a different lot or like in another world or something like that. It is on a 20 by 15, so it's really, really small. But as you can see, everything is coming together. I got some of this terrain paint down. I did make a little like sandbox kind of area. Not really like a sandbox, but like a little sandy area. So I didn't really have access to like everything that I wanted to use because I was trying to make this like base game and Just Adventure Awaits. So I was going to put like a void critter object. I was going to use some of those wooden panda objects from the toddler stuff pack, but I had to kind of settle for other stuff. So I do use a little toy box down here from base game. I put a couple of those imaginary friend plushies down. I don't think Sims can really interact with them. Like, I don't know how it works if it's not in your household. So like if a kid comes here, I don't know if they can actually play with it or not. I'm not too for sure, but I did just kind of place them down for decoration. There's some blocks. There's also toys. You maybe can bring infants here if you want to. I was going to put like one of those little play mats for the infants, but I realized that we don't have one in the base game, that all the ones that we have are like from packs. So I didn't put one of those down, but if you wanted to bring an infant here, you probably could if you want it, you know. So you do have that. There is just no place for you to change them because I use one of those rabbit hole bathrooms and I did size it down. So yeah, because I almost kind of forgot that we have a lot requirements for this lot type. So I was like, wait a minute, I gotta like put trash cans, I need to put park benches. I do include a grill in case you wanted to eat and cook out here. And the picnic tables are from the new pack, by the way. And then y'all, if I could use other stuff, I would have used those little picnic baskets from Cottage Living. That would have been really cute here too. But I'm pretty sure when you download this, you can add whatever you want, you know. But in the end, y'all, this is basically how it looks. I do use that little nook space over there by the red slide to add like another sandy kind of area. So I just put a dollhouse over there, and I also put some more like assorted toys and stuff like that. But in the end, y'all, that's pretty much everything for the entire build. If you did enjoy this video, please be sure to leave a like, comment something down below, and also please be sure to stick around for the screenshots. Y'all, I am really pleased with how this lot turned out. I'm gonna definitely be using this for something, and everything's functional, which I'm really happy about as well, because like I struggled a lot. But in the end, it all came together. If you want to download this lot though, y'all, I'm gonna put this up on the gallery. My gallery ID is Seeckingly. It's the same name as my Twitch name. Like I said, I do stream over on Twitch, so if you want to watch any of the streams, anything like that, I'll leave a link to my Twitch channel down below. I'll also put my name up on the screen so you can just like type it in that way. But anyway, y'all, that is all that I have for this video. If you did enjoy it, please be sure to leave a like, comment something down below. Follow me over on Twitch where I stream a lot more The Sims, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye! Thanks for watching!